Okay, let's get going. Roll call. Alexandria,
I'm here.
Shireen,
Yeah.
Rachel.
Here.
Great. Do you know if Bob Joe is joining us or?
No, since he's no longer on council as a mayor.
That's what I thought. Okay. He's just listed here.
Yeah, we didn't know if he would chime in or, we thought maybe.
You never know. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Public comment. I don't think we have anyone here from the public.
There are no public comments.
Update of senior center services and COVID-19 programming. Is that you, Angela?
That's me. So let me go to, I was gonna share my screen. Let's see, because I have a slide for you guys. Hold on 1 second, sorry. The joys of technology. Okay, I'm wondering, can you guys see it? Or
Not yet.
No.
Did you do shared screen on the bottom?
yeah, let's see, it says. Oh, we disabled it, sorry, when we did the hosting.
So you can go back and undo it.
And undo. Well, you're the host, Sheila?
I thought you made me a co-host. Okay, hold on.
Sorry, I don't have the.
Okay, try it now.
Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Okay. So we just wanted to provide quickly, since last time we met, just a few kind of brief updates of where we are currently with both Senior Center and Dial-A-Ride.
Can you put it in
so
full
just
screen? Where
Oh.
you're, yeah, it's in kind of your, there you go. That's fine.
Did it do it?
No, on the bottom, that should open up to a full screen. It's a slideshow.
To the right more.
Yeah, over to your right, all the way to the corner. See that little guy?
There we go. There we go. Okay, so quickly, just for Senior Center, since we've last talked, the meals that we are delivering, they remain very steady. We're doing roughly 275 meals delivered weekly, which is a drop from when we initially started this meals delivery during COVID. But what it is, and please note that these are actually the seniors who are homebound and are most in need of these meals. So that's where we are with the meals. Effective December 21st, what we're going to do is pivot and start, instead of doing daily deliveries, start doing weekly deliveries for the meal program. So because everything comes pre-packaged, they will receive their meals in a care package. And they will have a choice of getting 5 meals a week or the 7, which would include the weekend meals. And then from here on, December 21st, we're going to cancel the grab and go with the stay-at-home order and all of that in effect. What we're trying to do is, again, kind of keep the seniors safe and keep them at home. So we'll go back to delivering. To the best of my knowledge, those that participate in the grab and go were the seniors who kind of, when they lifted the stay-at-home order, wanted to kind of get out, pick up their own meals. Now that we've kind of pivoted to the stay-at-home, back to the stay-at-home, we're just going to encourage seniors to be at home. We had, I think, one person who's a participant of the senior center who was participating in the grab and go who wasn't a resident, but we can accommodate them. So mostly what we're targeting is our seniors who are residents with the city of South Pasadena. As far as programming goes, due to the mandates, we're canceling all in-person activities. We were having a few programs for the seniors, if you will, and those have all been canceled. However, we're going to remain to do the drive-through activities for the seniors. So what we did, Melissa and Ms. Lily, did was, for instance, we had the Halloween drive-through for the seniors, where they could come, drive through, see staff, and get a goodie bag. We will continue that too. They're gearing up to do one for the holiday season in December, which is the 17th. So the seniors can still come, drive through safely, get a goodie bag, and then return home. With the pivoting of the meals, this will allow staff to have more time that's dedicated to meeting the other needs of the seniors. Since this is our second go around, we kind of have a better idea of what their needs are, and kind of when those influx of phone calls come, how we can better help them. So now that we have more staff resources in delivering Just Weekly, what we would like to do is look at the mental health aspect of the seniors being, again, home, and try to cater to that more than we did maybe that first go around when we were just working at their meeting their essential needs. So we're looking at doing like art therapy activities, and reinstating our monthly and even weekly newsletters to keep them abreast on everything that's going on around them, and the resources that are available to them, either through the senior center or other outlets in the local area. And so we know it's hard to do things like via email given the population that we serve. And so knowing that we need to kind of take the time to dedicate to getting those flyers out or getting those informational flyers out is important, so that they do have access. If we can't advocate for them or do something for them, that they would have access to do that for themselves. And so that's really where our head is at, is trying to split between meeting the meal needs, as well as the mental and just the well-being needs. For Dial-A-Ride, due to the stay-at-home order, we have also altered our operational hours. And so what we're doing is we're going to keep Dial-A-Ride open. It's going to be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that's really, in looking at it, making that decision was who, with everything that's happening and shutting down, who would really need our services. And those would be like our dialysis patients. And those are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And so trying to meet those needs first and foremost, kind of had us alter our days. Again, since this is our second go around and we've done this before, what I was trying to do is keep you guys in mind, knowing that, you know, we want to keep the seniors safe. We did kind of collapse it a little, Dial-A-Ride a little more. So instead of doing the Monday, Wednesdays, or Monday through Friday, where it's limited, and then it's just strictly for medical and groceries as needed. That being said, we did do a statistical analysis of how this would impact Tuesdays and Thursdays passengers. So out of our total of 100, only 36% were trips on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or were made on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And of those 36%, only 18% were medical. We'll continue to watch the phone calls and listen to the seniors. If it looks like they're not canceling a lot of doctors aren't canceling a lot of medical appointments, we will again open it up for them to meet those needs. Otherwise, we're just going to try and collapse it just a little, just to kind of keep the seniors home and safe. There's not too much that they can do, although the stay-at-home order wasn't very strict, so they're limiting capacity at shopping areas. So it kind of makes it a little harder for us. The last stay-at-home order was very strict, where we could only take them to, you know, the bank or medical facilities. So I'm going to continue to watch that and see how the seniors are reacting and what they need, and if we need to reopen it again, we will. And so that's Dial-A-Ride, in a nutshell, Dial-A-Ride and Senior Center.
You guys have any questions?
Yeah, I do. So now Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that starts immediately, and then will it continue like that into the new year, or just indefinitely?
For now, so
Oh, go ahead, Angela. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So for now, what I'm really, really watching what's happening with the stay-at-home and all of those mandates, and trying to incorporate everything. So for now, as the numbers are so high, I would like to keep it through December. If they're able to go grocery shopping and get to their medical appointments, the feedback that I had gotten from you guys earlier was that would be okay.
Mhm.
And so I would like to see it just through December and watch the numbers, and then reassess it again in January. So it's ever changing. It wouldn't be just that we're going to shut the door and this is it. I'm really relying on like listening to the seniors and then looking at the data. So before we even went into the Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it was looking about how many appointments were made on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like who would it impact and how does it impact them?
Mhm.
Are the
Okay.
questions that I'm constantly kind of trying to answer when I'm making these decisions.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear for when we're making phone calls, if people ask about that.
Yeah, no,
Somebody
it's
calls,
ever changing.
yeah, if somebody calls and really, they already have the appointment, it can't get changed. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do have 2 drivers that are delivering meals, and if it's, we could pull them to take somebody to an appointment, they go
Mhm.
back to deliver, and then they can go pick up. We're not going to totally just say, oh, you cannot do this. We're just kind of really trying to feel, what we can kind of take with staffing, and say, okay, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday dial-a-ride. We have 2 full-time drivers and 2 part-time drivers, and one of our full-time drivers just went out on maternity leave, so she probably won't be back until probably February, March. So I have 1 full-time driver, and then I have 2 drivers that are part-time that have been delivering meals, because since we can't use our volunteers, we were almost there. We almost were able to call all of our volunteers back to say, hey, we really want you to come back. And then this spike went, and then the city pulled me back. So um, I'm just now trying to now see how we can do it. So I'm not pulling staff out of the senior center to deliver in their own vehicles, and that they can be there to answer phones if they need to. And so that's been, that has worked out. And in the long run, Dial Ride will come back Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and we will be full bore as soon as we can. Because let me tell you, our staff want to work. They're funny. They don't want to sit at home.
Sure.
They want to work. So
Yeah.
and the nice thing is the city has been really good with those who are here, and they're paying them their hours.
Mhm.
They might be 3 or 4 hours less, but they're paying them their, like our part-timers are 28 hours. So they're getting that time. So we're able to use them past, if we schedule them for a certain amount and say we need them an extra hour, we have them for that time.
That's
So
great. Okay.
it's been helpful. So we're not going to totally deny, but we're trying to even keep our staff safe, as well as the seniors safe. So we're broken up into teams. So there's some of us at the senior center Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and some are not at the senior Monday, and only on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then they'll switch every 2 weeks. So that we try and, because if we have them all there and one person tests positive, then I'm the really only one that's not over there, and then I'd be the one trying to deliver meals and make, so we're trying to really get to that point where, we have a second team if something was to happen. There's just been so many incidents here, within other cities or even with our own, where there's a positive test, and then, it's everyone's like, okay, go home, get tested, do the stuff, so we're just really trying to keep our people safe. It's starting to hit really close now with the numbers. Before it was like, oh, it seemed like a 1 in a million you'd know somebody, and then now it's like everybody seems to know somebody that got it or was near somebody, and now you have to be tested. So we're just trying to keep people safe in the long run, but in no way are we going to deny somebody that has to get to a medical, especially if a vaccination comes, and they have appointments for that. That's another thing we're going to have to look at to say we need to get them to that appointment,
Okay.
no matter what day it
And
is.
if I may interject too at the same point, I really do mean when we're trying to meet their needs. So even though we're collapsed, there are times when they have medical appointments that are usually outside of our radius of service, that we normally in the normal service time wouldn't probably have time to take them. But because we've collapsed our service, if we have time to take them to Arcadia to go see, one of their doctors, we're going to do that. This is the time to keep them as safe as possible, and seeing their doctors for whatever reason they need to. We hold that up to the highest. So if it's getting the vaccine, if it's seeing somebody that they need to see outside of our service, we're granting those now.
Great. That's great. Okay.
Now nobody's asked about, or maybe we heard Dial-A-Ride last, and about moving our meals to 1 day a week. So on Mondays, what's going to happen is either a senior says, oh, I only want meals for 5 days a week, or I want 7. And so it's going to come in a cardboard box, 5 frozen meals or 7 frozen meals, and we'll deliver those all on a Monday. And this will start on the 21st. And we're just trying to, again, limit my staff being out, and maybe helping the seniors understand what they have for the week. So they do have a meal, but no one mentioned it. So we are going to keep our kind of, our pulse on it, just to make sure that if people are calling, complaining what they're doing, if somebody calls in for a, out of the blue, I just want to start today and it's Wednesday, we have meals on site. We can start them into the program. So we're not going to be denying anyone. And if someone says, I only want Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we will work with what we can with them as well. So just kind of let you know, and we'll let you know in January, at our meeting in January, kind of how it's going, because by then it'll be at least 2 full weeks of the delivery and that type of service. So we'll see, just like we changed caterers, we had our thing, our little things going on. So now we're going to look at the 1 day a week delivery and see how that goes.
That makes a lot of sense. And
I like that idea too. And then they don't really have to wait for the person food to deliver. They can eat whenever they want to.
Right. And then if people really like it, there's a ways that they can, deliver. If someone says, wow, I wish I had this for dinner, they can get 10 and they can have their lunch and dinner. And so they can, vary their meals throughout the week instead of following the menu we give them,
Right.
So we're hoping it works well.
Okay.
All of this
Angela. Angela, I just want to say I love that you're focusing on food is a necessity. Everybody has to eat, but I know even at the high school and the middle school, mental health has become a big focus. And I had talked to Lily a couple months ago, and I don't think anything came of it. Maybe seniors weren't interested, but there are a couple volunteer groups of teenagers in town who would love to become pen pals with our South Pass seniors. I've got about 30 kids lined up who are willing to do that. So if we want to connect separately, maybe we can revisit that for the new year.
I think that's awesome.
If we could do that, that would be very helpful, because and this is the second, being that this is the second go around, I'll remember the first time that was the big plea, is that being hit with the food was hard. Being hit with the mental well-being was harder for me. Which is why what we're doing right now is we're setting ourselves up so that when the influx comes in, we're prepared to meet both of those needs. And we have the staffing to do it. So that's why we're doing these kind of preemptive moves, so that we're staffed for that. That being said, the other part too was that in delivering like 300, 400 meals a week, the day-to-day we would get calls saying, I'm hungry, I don't have groceries. And so we have to try to fit that in with the high delivery on a daily basis. So getting everything out on Monday will help us on the day-to-day. When they say I'm hungry, not a problem. Let me call up Holy Family. Let me call St. James. Let me get you a bag of groceries, and let me go to the microwave and get you, like the refrigerator, and get you a meal too. And now that isn't going to be as hard to meet those needs. They don't have to wait as long, maybe until they get that food. We can just act on it right away. So that's why we're setting ourselves up for success, is the hope that we're going in the direction to do that. But yes, Rachel, if we could get together and try to pair seniors, because during the holiday season, I think sometimes it can be hard for them naturally. Being alone right now during the holiday season, that's my fear, that we will miss that and not be able to help that.
And I don't know if this is the right time to offer it up, but I have some friends who are artists, and when I've been talking about what's been going on with the seniors and stuff, they've said, well, we should do like an online, and I don't know how savvy everyone is because I'm not very savvy. Look, I can't even light myself right. But they were like, well, I should do a painting class, or I should do a drawing class, a Zoom something. So I don't know if you want to explore some ideas. I'd love to do that.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. And that's why it's really great that Miss Melissa can join us. Lily and Melissa were very great on the trying to start those things up early and trying to get them as active as possible. So I think there is opportunity for that. And so I would like to, now that we've kind of better established our resources, that we can start that too. So yeah, if we can.
Okay, any other questions? All right, moving right along. retirement of senior center manager and
Um,
community services supervisor.
So you know this is Lily. Lily has, as of, was it yesterday? I talked to her and her date is January 22nd or 23rd. I think it's the 22nd. And so she has been imparting all her knowledge to Melissa. Melissa's on overload, but it's good. You know, Lily has been here for 33 years and has given her heart and soul. And this is probably one of the hardest retirements, I think, that this department has seen in a long time, because she's given so much to our seniors. And she's here, she's on the weekends. If somebody calls her, she's there for them. And she's just kind of a one of a kind. So she will be retiring in January. She promises that she is going to volunteer. And so we'll still be able to see her face, get her ideas. I think she wants to stay a part of the foundation, so we can still see her through the foundation and things the foundation does. She couldn't be on the phone. She is with her husband at an appointment this morning. I don't know if many of you know, maybe you do, as her husband is been diagnosed with a cancer that has metastasized. He, will start chemo, but she is needing to spend as much time with him, and also not in the public. And so she is going to do some things from home for the next few weeks to keep, him safe from any kind of COVID or anything that she could bring in from being out at work. So I know you guys all have her email. She's answering emails. She's answering her cell phone. Please give her a call. We're working on trying to do something for her. If it's a drive-through, and the seniors pick up a goodie, not knowing, and her not knowing that it's her retirement, for them to say goodbye. Somebody wanted to say, well, we can do a Zoom one too. This is just such a hard time. She's given so much, and I just wanted to do something so big for her that I would love it if COVID went away on January 23rd, so we could do a big party. But so I just wanted you to be aware. You do see Melissa Schneider. She is on the phone. She is our coordinator. She has been learning so much from Lily. She will be your face of the senior center. She is doing all the day-to-day operations, which is a lot. So Angela is going to assist her and make sure you get the agendas and your packets and run meetings as well, so that Melissa's not overburdened. We are so short-staffed in the way, they furloughed our part-timers. So literally the senior center, I think, has they have 4 staff, and one of those is full-time. In recreation, I have half of Melissa, because she runs our classes and our youth things. So she's doing youth and senior. So Angela is, though she does dial right, has been taking over a lot of the kind of the office, sorry, something came up on my screen, the office things, and these packets. So both of them will be available to you at any time. Send an email to one or to both so that they can help you. The transition will be difficult in the way that people, how do you fill Lily's shoes, first of all? And we're not Lily, we're not going to be, and we're going to try to be the best we can. And when the senior center opens fully, I'm hoping like soon, but we do have to then fill in all these staff positions. Like I lost my supervisor position here in recreation, so I will not have 2 supervisors until they figure out this budget. So really in our general fund, it's me and Melissa. Angela's really paid out of dial right, so it's me and Melissa and her staff. So out of the total of, I think we have a total of 13 community services staff. When Lily leaves, we'll have 12 that are working and doing all this. So we are hanging in there as much as possible, but we will be filling the position. I'm just not sure exactly when. I'm actually trying to do some reorganizing if I can get a coordinator and a supervisor at the senior center. I think that might help, so we can start offering more things once we reopen, hit the ground running when we do reopen. So But I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that, Melissa's there and Angela. So those will be your faces of the senior center. So please call them, use them as much as you can. And if you have any, any ideas for Lily, to do, just send them my way. We're trying. We're just, we want to make this something special for her, but it's just such a difficult time.
Could you do to your newsletter blast, taking Lily off of it and say, hey, send a card to the senior center for Lily, and then collect as many cards as you could to give to her, like good luck. I've done that for my parents before. It's their birthday.
That's a great idea from the seniors, because some might not be able to come out. That's a great idea. Thanks, Rachel.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Any other comments? Okay.
Well, I just want to say that thank you. I know you guys will do a great job. And I know it's hard to fill Lily's shoes, but you will, and you'll find a way to do it. And it is just such a weird upside down time now for everybody. And yeah, it is hard to say goodbye to someone and not really be able to say goodbye to them. And then she's has such a family crisis now too. So I don't know. I just really appreciate how you're all trying to bridge the divide right now and provide those services and just, kind of get us through to the next place. So I'm sure it's all going to work out. But I did have one question that's not quite related, but I can wait till, I'm just going to put out there whenever the right time to answer is. So this is my last month, and I was going to do another round of calls. And I just wondered if you had anything special you wanted us to say to the seniors in calls this month.
That's good. I mean, that could be something also, you mentioned about Lily, even though we'll put it in the newsletter. If for some reason they don't get the newsletter mailed to them, but that would be great, just letting them know. And that, Melissa and Angela are there, and, call the senior center if they need anything, that though Lily may not be there, we will be, answering the calls and taking care of them just the same.
Okay. Great, thanks.
Okay, and we have a little something for Lily as well, so I will drop that off today, and you can just leave it on her desk for when she comes in next.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Let's see. So no city council, commissioner communications. Anyone have comments? How are your phone calls going?
Yeah, I need to do another round.
Me too. I get a lot of voicemail. I mean,
yeah.
I probably only talk to a quarter of the people.
Yeah.
I think that's about right, actually, because I think a lot of them don't need or particularly want to talk to us, but some do, right? So
yeah. Okay.
I think I'm going to leave Christmas carols. Instead of messages, I'm just going to sing a Christmas carol.
There you go.
That would be enjoyed by all, Rachel. For sure.
Yes.
And I talked to Lily about this before, and I think most of you know, but we are doing volunteer grocery shopping for the seniors for free. So Rachel's been helping out with that, which has been awesome. And her son and her other kids have been getting involved, and some other families from the Lions Heart group have been involved. And then I have people on my team who are helping as well. So Alexandria and Shireen, if you ever want to do that, let me know. We can add you to the list. It's just another way to kind of be in front of them. And I've been doing it a lot myself, and just noticing a lot of very lonely seniors out there who live alone and haven't seen anybody and haven't been anywhere in a long time. So they're thrilled when you show up with the groceries and just have a little chit chat with them. But it's just a nice way to check in on them and kind of see what's going on too. So,
and I want to thank you, because I think you thank all of us for helping you, but it's extraordinary that you do this, and they care about you so much, Cindy. Whenever I deliver, they, are just like, Girl Friday, thank you. So you deserve a big, I don't know how to do the clap thing that people do on these Zoom calls, but you deserve a clap.
That
so
works. Thank you. Well, it works because you're helping too. So thank you.
Oh, you did the thumbs up. I gotta learn how to do that. Think 8 months in, I know. Oh.
What are your reactions?
Okay, hold on.
We just lost power here.
Reactions. Okay. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Yes.
All right. There you go. There you go. Wow. And you lost power there. Great. We're doing good.
Yeah, we just lost power. I'm all, everything just went dark in the office.
Well, but you still have your computer though. So,
yeah, I have it charged. So.
Oh my God.
Oh, you know, it's just another day in South Pass. No electricity. Wow. Anybody else have any other comments? Oh, did we lose Cindy? She must be in my area.
Oh, she's frozen.
Oh, that's right. I think she's there. Oh, maybe she'll call.
Yeah, she's down by Trader Joe's. I bet it's down the street, down Mission.
Oh,
up in the hills, we're fine.
There you go. Oh man. So did anybody have any other communications they wanted to share? I think we'll continue calls. Alexandria will, if you, I'm not sure how Lily did the list out to everybody, but maybe if you want to continue calls, you know, because you know, you've kind of had that connection, please do.
Okay.
It'll take us a while to fill those. It'll be probably, oh gosh, maybe February they'll come to the meeting. So
okay,
if you want to,
all right,
that'd be great. I know
I'll keep doing it, and I'll keep
so.
doing it until you tell me otherwise.
Okay, that sounds good.
Is it Alexandria? Are you term out? Is that why?
Yes, I am termed out. Yeah,
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, though.
Oh,
for all
no,
you've
my pleasure.
done.
It's been a great experience. It's been a great experience. And I'm on the foundation now, so
Mhm.
that's helpful. Yeah, so I'm not far away. Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna see if I can send Cindy a text really fast. Let's see
Maybe
if,
she could just call in, or
exactly. That's why I wanted to see if she would just call.
She said, she texted me, she said her power and Wi-Fi are out.
Can she have her just call on her phone? She won't be seen. But there's a phone number on there that she can call.
On the phone. Or are you okay? I asked her if we were good or if she wanted to call back in.
Okay.
I hope that was the right thing to say. God,
yep. No, that's good.
Like an angel.
Yeah. It's just all the lighting coming in your, are you outside?
I know. I don't want to do the other direction because there's like trash and stacks of stuff.
You have your Christmas tree behind you.
Yeah.
I do. It's missing lights in the middle though. The lights went out last night.
Oh,
wow.
That's the worst.
Wow.
Okay, she says she's trying. She had to restart her phone and her computer. She's trying.
Okay.
I didn't see the agenda. Maybe I missed it. Are we through the agenda?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I haven't even gotten to.
Well,
so, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say I'm the vice chair, so I could just keep us going till she comes back.
Okay. Looks like she's connecting in. So.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, then we'll let her go.
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry.
Hi.
I know we don't have power, Cindy, either. So.
Yeah, and our Wi-Fi is out too. So I don't know what happened. Okay. Did we get any farther or?
We did. I think we can start the staff liaison, and I'm going to actually have Melissa. Melissa has a letter from Miss Lily to read. So I'll let you go ahead, Melissa.
All right. So this letter is obviously to Alexandria. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So, dearest Alexandria, on behalf of the South Pasadena Senior Center, the seniors, and myself, I wanted to thank you publicly for the last 6 years of service and your commitment to the community. You served as chair and vice chair during your tenure, as well as volunteered to serve on multiple committees and assisted the commission in brainstorming for future projects and accomplishing the goals. In my 30+ years in public service, you have stood out You provided input and brought experience in the field of gerontology to every meeting. As chair and vice chair, you volunteered to take the lead on many of the goals adopted by the commission, as well as encouraged your fellow commissioners to get more involved. You authored articles to promote the services of seniors, as well as reached out to community groups, the faith community, and to anyone who would listen and promote the Senior Center. You spoke up at public meetings advocating for senior citizens of the city and the center. In addition to leading the commission for the last 6 years, you took it upon yourself to support me as Senior Center manager. You would offer to help in any way when I was drowning with my workload and short on staff. We met to have coffee many times. You offered an ear to listen and provided nothing but support in my last years. You have been an example for future commissioners, and I wish you much success with your future endeavors. Liliana Torres.
Oh,
that's
that is the nicest thing. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for reading that. Oh my gosh. That is the nicest thing to happen. The whole pandemic, I think.
But thank you so much. You have been one of our biggest advocates, and it's nice to see, this commission really has stepped up from years past commissions, and really has you've really taken a heart to being a commissioner, and that's just the best part of it. It's not just a commission to you, it's being so into what you're doing and caring for each and every senior, that it's just something that we haven't seen you guys in a while. So we really appreciate all of it, especially Alexandria. You have pushed for things that we couldn't push for, staffing for one, and we will continue to push. It's something hard we can't always do because we're just told, I'm told, she's going to have more staff. Well, it's not coming from me. It's coming from somebody else. So other people see that we need staff. So, it's hard to see you leave, but the nice thing is you'll be on the foundation. You'll continue to push and be a part of, hopefully bringing the foundation and the commission a little bit closer together and working together. I think that would be really good, because not just having the 5 of you, but having, 10 to 12 of you together working for our seniors, and bettering what we can give them at the senior center, what we can offer them at home. I think it's just something we are extremely lucky to have had you these 6 years, and then to continue on. And the nice thing of the foundation, there's no term limits. So.
There are term limits. There actually are term limits, but it's okay.
Okay. It seems like some of those people were on forever.
And they're now moving along now.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, we're doing a little bit of that. But thank you. Those are such kind words. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Hey.
I think we lost Angela in the mix. Are you on, Angela?
Oh, gosh.
No,
She had to call in.
I called in. I'm here. Sorry. The internet's bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on. Okay. Let's see. So we need to get approval on the minutes. Is that the next?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Did anyone have a chance to review them?
Good.
We're back up. Woo! Sun is shining.
Okay, so can I get a motion to approve the
Yeah, I move to approve the minutes.
I second.
Great.
Second.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Okay. And then review and approve the 2021 Commission Work Plan.
Are you on, Angela?
Yeah, did everyone get a chance to review that? Staff report?
Roy, you're just gonna have to work with me, okay? Okay. Let's see.
So essentially what I did, what every commissioner, what every commission needs to do at the end of the year and at the upcoming year is to, and I know you guys did it last year with Lily, is to kind of go over a work plan for the next calendar year. And so I had put some stuff together for you all to review and maybe agree upon. Or, but what I did was, because this year we weren't able to kind of complete the existing work plan, was incorporate that. Due to COVID, it just limited, obviously, our opportunities to do so. So essentially that's what you guys would have received.
Okay. Do you, commissioners, do you want to move to review that next time, to give feedback next time, or?
Yeah.
Are they?
Well, I won't be here, so
You won't be.
should.
You have comments now?
Yeah, do you have comments now?
Oh, well, I get it. It's hard because like we couldn't do what we thought we would do, and we don't know when we can start doing it again. So,
Right. And so I think that's why we, want to continue some articles. I think the best thing is to communicate via, we have our newsletter, yes, but to continue with, some articles in the paper. I think, our care, when we were offering you guys offered the caregiver, if we can do some of those online, maybe if we find a group that wouldn't mind doing it online and do it like a webinar where people can join in, I think that could be something that we could do. We did, the wellness outreach, from your calls to sending things, just keeping engaged with our seniors.
I think your list, the work plan looks for 2021. It looks good, and it's general enough that we can, you guys can slot in as it works.
Right. And we can always take a look at this, like, and say if things really reopen in June, we just take another look at it and say, hey, for the next 6 months of the year, we want to add X, Y, and Z. And that's fine. This is just a plan. If we add to it, it's okay. If we do more, we're fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it looks good.
Open to it constantly evolving based on the world at large.
Yeah. And along just the online forums, I just, through the Pasadena Senior Center, and then I just connected with them they're doing one for my temple, but the Medicare Patrol is doing one on COVID fraud and Medicare, or online fraud and Medicare, which is for seniors, so I can give that information to you guys if you would like that.
That would be great.
Okay. She's a really nice gal, and
that would be perfect.
It's like an hour-ish, and people can ask questions, and it's nice.
Yeah,
that's great.
So we figured we'd open this, to our seniors, but put it out there, to everybody, that is maybe too afraid because they're like, I'm not a senior, I'm not going to a senior center, but they need the information. And kind of put it out just to everybody. We'll do an article, we'll do a blast, just so that we start inviting, other people, and they say, okay, the senior center is not just for seniors, they're offering information.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
okay.
So to that point, sorry if I may interject, that was part of the work plan idea, and reading the past one that you guys did with Lily, is also keeping that line is, how do you educate the community on senior topics too? Like, I know you guys had done what to do with mom and dad, and that was a huge success. And so trying to kind of go along those lines and continue that conversation, even though it's COVID and we're in a pandemic.
Yeah. I think it's really critical to keep reaching out however we can, to be creative about it, which I think people have gotten really good at because they've had to. So we're jumping on that bandwagon, and you guys are too. So that's great. Okay. And review and provide feedback on the 2020 annual report. Is it just me and Alexandria on here right now? I can't tell on my phone.
everybody's here.
Everybody's okay. Did anyone have any feedback on that?
One thing we are looking for, Cindy, is your message at the beginning that you can email. This is, we're just going to do our review today, so we'll email you, and then you can just kind of give us your message for the year.
Okay.
And we'll add that in. That's pretty much the first page of it. The next page is it's a standard form, and then it has all the commissioners, and we'll take Julie off as soon as we can there. And then so pretty much from page 5 and 6 is what we've added. So if you want to review it, and then this, I think we are just doing a review, and then you can provide us feedback, and we will come back in January to get your finals. So we can bring both of these items back to you in our January meeting if you want to review. And then email us and say, oh, I would like to add this or not, or just bring it to our next meeting, then we can approve it.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah,
great.
it looks good. Thank you for putting that together.
Okay.
I just briefly read it all, and it looks really nice.
Yeah, I did, but I would like to go back and read it more thoroughly.
No, please do. Please do.
Okay. Before we adjourn, Alexandria and I were just talking about the seniors who are homebound,
Okay.
and the holiday gift program, which we know is not happening. But have you guys, we're totally willing to participate in some way in getting them some holiday cheer, whether it's, the same bag from the drive-through or putting something together ourselves. But I didn't know if you guys had talked about that amongst yourselves.
Melissa,
Cindy, do you want to let Shireen and Rachel know what you're referring to?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I can't see anyone.
Okay.
I know, it's terrible on your phone.
I don't know how to make that stop. So anyway, every holiday, every year in December before the holidays, we have a very kind of a long list of seniors who are homebound and isolated. And Lily always ran around and got donations, and we made gift bags for them. So it was everything from gift cards from Vaughn's or Pavilions and Trader Joe's to, candies or other treats, gift cards to Rite Aid, places like that. And so we would divvy up the list amongst the commissioners, and we all delivered the bags and had a little chat with everybody. And they love getting them. And it's always a bright spot in their holiday season. So, I talked to Lily before about the fact that we're not able to do that because we rely so heavily on the donations, and it's hard to get that right now. I understand. But Alexandria and I were just saying, it's still so important to reach that particular segment of the population. So if there's a way to do that through what you're doing with the drive-through or otherwise, we'd be happy to kind of spearhead that and get the list going again and get out there.
Melissa, did Lily talk to you about holiday cheer at all? And
we hadn't discussed it, but we do send home the treat bags to all of our homebound seniors on our home delivery. So if they are not signed up for the drive-by, they will get a bag when we deliver their meal. So the homebound, they will be receiving that, but she hadn't discussed any of I know that she's done that previously, but she hadn't discussed possibly doing it this year.
Okay. So everybody,
that the commissioners, if you guys want to deliver that bag, we won't deliver it with their meal, and then you pick it up that day and you can deliver if you'd like. We could always do it that way. And they'd still get the same bag, but they'd get a visit with you.
Okay. What do you think? Yeah.
Well, I think if they're already going out with other stuff, then it's okay, probably.
Yeah.
In the past, when everything was different, people could drop off donations at the senior center, and she could make these big extravagant things for those homebound folks. And so it was kind of more of a thing, but given the situation, it sounds like you guys have it under control. If you need our help for any of those, just let us know. But, or if, I don't know what else, but
How many seniors are there who are homebound? Or is there a list of homebound? I didn't know there was a specific list. Is it 50, 100, 3,000?
No. I mean, she would, as I think we each had about like 6 or so people to deliver to, and she would, I think it would change from year to year, but it was homebound plus maybe under special circumstances, like she really felt like, oh, so-and-so could really use something. And so, you know.
Yeah, it was a little.
Well, maybe Melissa, you can ask Lily if they're covered, and if they're not, let Cindy and Alexandria know, and then we can all figure out a plan to help those folks.
So what we did for November, because we had a couple people who weren't listed on our home delivery, so Lily just added them, and we made sure that they got a treat bag even though they weren't getting home delivery. So I have her just review that and add in any extra seniors. So we'll make sure they get something.
That sounds great.
Okay, it sounds like everybody's covered.
Great.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we don't need to double up the effort if they're going to get it. That's great.
Let's make more work for everyone. Let's do it.
It's not hard enough. Yeah, I as long as they're getting, it's just that they're used to getting it. So I feel like they would be disappointed not to get something, but it sounds like you guys have it covered. So that's great. We won't worry about it. But yeah, we're here if you need backup.
Okay, thank you.
And that goes for everything in general. We are here, so we're happy to pitch in. Okay, any last comments before we wrap it up? Nope. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, and we
Thanks,
will
everyone.
the meeting
Happy
now.
holidays.
Have a great holiday.
Oh,
See y'all
you
soon.
guys, thank you.
Yeah, have a Merry Christmas and Happy New
Be
Year.
well.
Stay
Be
safe
well.
and
Be safe.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stay safe
Okay.
and healthy.
All right.
You
Take
too.
care.
Thank you,
Bye bye.
Cindy, Sheila,
Thank you.
Okay.
Melissa.